how much money do you need to earn within a 30-day period to justify quitting your job, firing your boss to go full time? Because I can tell you, I just want to share my story for a second for those of you that don't know me. I got involved in network marketing when I was broke, busted, and disgusted. At the age of 20, I had no background in business, no business being in business, but I was very open-minded. I was excited because it was the first time I had seen something where I was like, wow, I can do this. Like, I can actually do this. This is something where I don't need to have a college education. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to have a background, but if you're coachable and you're willing to show up and put forth the effort and the time and your discipline, like, you can build the business of your dreams. But let's be clear, they did not tell me it was easy money. When I hear these people tell their story about how much money they're making, or they make money fast, or they're doing something that's a little scandalous, I'm like, that's not gonna last. Plain and simple, that's not gonna last. Or you're doing something that's making you money, but you're screwing over other people. And I'm sorry, I don't care how much money I can make. If I'm doing something where the average person can't succeed, where most of the people joining are gonna lose money, not interested. Hashtag no thanks. But with that being said, I decided to get serious about my business. I decided to get serious because, at some point there's a moment or something occurs, right, in your life, and you say enough is enough. And for us, I think part of it was because there was nothing else I was interested in doing. All right. When I first got involved in network marketing, there was nothing. I had no interest in going to school, getting a degree, getting this piece of paper that says, I'm smart, please hire me. I was not interested in that at all. So when I saw network marketing, I was like, this is it. This is something I can do. But then the first company I was in got shut down. So what you gonna do? So they got shut down, and I decided to get into the mortgage industry. And when I did mortgages, right, Nadya and I both got involved in the mortgage industry. I became the number one loan officer in a very large mortgage company in Baltimore. So I made a lot of money in a short period of time, not because I was anything special. I just outworked everybody. I made more phone calls than everybody. So again, I got serious, but there's no residual income. I was only as good as my last month. So every month, what's that mean? I got to start all over at zero. So that's why I got back into network marketing. I planted my flag. I was with the company for 7 years. Made really good money. I made enough money to fire my boss. But the 5-year period that I worked that business, Nadya and I both were in that company full time for 7 years. We were out every single night doing home meetings. We were on the phone 24/7. We were driving all over God's green earth, building that business. And what we realized is we were working hard, but we weren't working smart. We were working so hard, and yes, we were sacrificing and paying the price, and yes, we were getting results, but we really didn't have a lot of people on our teams winning. There wasn't a lot of duplication, which to me, again, that's everything. Like, if I'm not capable or able to help the average person succeed that is putting forth the time and effort, then I don't want to be a part of it. So we walked away from that company in 2013, which was super scary, by the way. It was a super scary, big decision. That was our only income stream. So it was super scary, but best decision we could have made, because we started to pivot into learning social media, learning how to attract people, learning how to build a business online. So we didn't have to just build a business within a 2-hour radius of our house. With building an online business, we needed to find a company that was on the same page. And we put 7,000 people in that company in 2 years, and then the company got shut down by the FTC. So when people tell me their story or they tell me they're struggling, I'm like, you have no idea. And by the way, the company we were with for 7 years sued us for $2.5 million for going to this company and cross-recruiting and sharing trade secrets and all this nonsense. Anyway, all of that, all those setbacks, all that adversity made me, and it made Nadya, the leaders we are today. Yes, adversity, it was tough. It was really, really hard. But a setback is a setup for a comeback. And every time we had to rebuild and relaunch over the years, we always built it bigger, faster, stronger. Now, luckily, we found our home, right? Now, everybody will say, I found my home. We've been here for over 7 years, the company we're with right now. And I can tell you that everything, when you look at your life in reverse, everything happens for a reason. And sometimes, you fail, but even when you fail, you're learning, right? I never lose. I'm always learning. And I really think that's an important mindset to have when you're struggling, when you're riding that struggle bus, right? Embrace the suck. Like, you're going to suck at some of this stuff, but eventually, when you do it consistently enough, you will build that MBA, that massive bank account. And yeah, it took me 7 years to fire my boss. It took me 16 years to become a $1 million earner. But the truth is, all of that adversity made me who I am today. So I think some of you need to get comfortable with discomfort and you need to go on a run. Right now is a great time to go on a run. Why? Because things are slowing down. People are going to start looking for new opportunities because they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want 2023 to look like 2022, right? People are making less money right now. Maybe they lost money in the stock market or crypto or their real estate business is down. Some of the best people I've enrolled over the years, I enrolled in the month of December. Why? Because there's a lot of people that start to reflect and they start thinking about new opportunities and they start keeping their options open. But if you're not showing up, they ain't going to think about you. But so to create a full-time income, you need to build up your confidence. You need to build up your posture. You need to have more conversations. Some of you either have conversations where you're very salesy, you come on too strong, you kind of have like that commission breath, you know what I'm saying? It stinks. And then some of you don't have conversations about your business or product. You're just out there like making friends, just making friends. You're hoping that one day they ask you about your business. That's not how you get rich. That is not how you fire your boss. You got to work your face off, especially if you're in launch mode. You're trying to build something significant. Here's my opinion, and I shared this in my stories yesterday. I think you need to have at least 5, 10, 15 conversations a day, per day about your business. Now, people will say the silliest things. Where do I find those people? How many Facebook friends do you have right now? How many followers do you have on Instagram? You should probably start with those people. You should start having conversations with the people you're already connected with. Now, you might say, well, do I talk about the business or the products? Stop overthinking it. Go talk to 50 people about the products. Go pop the question with 50 people about the business. That's 100 people that you've reached out to out of the thousands of people that you may or may not be connected to. Now, here's the good news. God makes new people every day. There's never going to be a shortage. There's people that love their job today. They're going to hate it next week, next month, next year. So every conversation you have, even if you get 100 no's in a row, you just planted 100 seeds and you never know what that could turn into. So you need to start having these conversations. You need to start reaching out to people using a specific script. Now we have our own scripts that we have for our teammates. You might have your scripts in your company, but the script matters a little bit, right? You don't want to say too much or you don't want to like reach out to people and instead of doing an invitation, you're doing a presentation, right? Again, I'll repeat, you don't want to do a presentation. You want to do an invitation. You're inviting people to look at something. So let's say you're reaching out to your friend, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? How's the family? You wait for Sarah to respond. Awesome. Glad to hear it. What do you got planned for the holiday? Oh, very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Well, tell your husband I said hi, whatever. Listen, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because I'm launching something new. Those of you that have been around a while, you're in the same company, you've been in the same company for a few years, say, I'm launching some new teams. Maybe you have a new product coming. Like, have an excuse, something that you're excited about. You're launching new teams, launching a new product, launching a new market, something. And I'm reaching out to you because I wanted to see, now this may or may not be for you, but I wanted to see if you're open to taking a look at what I'm doing. I wanted to see if you're open to another income stream, to monetizing your social media, proactively reaching out, having freaking conversations. You're going to suck at it in the beginning. You are going to be terrible in the beginning. Everybody is. Nobody is awesome at first when it comes to doing anything that they've never done before. How do you practice in a business like this? Having conversations. It is what it is. Right? The reason I made so much money in the mortgage industry and got good at mortgages and out-earned everybody else within that 4-year period of time in that company was because I made more phone calls. And even if I got hung up on, I got laughed at, I got embarrassed because I didn't know what I was talking about, I got better on the next call. I got better the next week, the next month, the next year. And you will too. So how many of you use the ATM system, right? Add, tag, message. You should be adding, in my opinion, at least 5 people a day to your ATM groups. But that's not going to happen if you're sitting back twiddling your thumbs waiting for people to ask you about your products or opportunity. It's a numbers game. It's a matter of having more conversations. Now, I don't like treating people like a number. And like I said, you don't want to have commission breath. But if you are adding people to your product groups every day and you're adding people to your business groups every day, you are going to have some people At least ask questions. You're going to have some people that at least have some interest. They're going to watch a video and say, this is interesting. How does it work? How's the comp plan work? What does it cost to get started? And that's when you got to get really good at getting yourself out of the way. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. You got to sell the thing that explains the thing. So that's what I got really good at. I got really good back in the heyday, the old school days. I got really good at inviting people to the PBR, the private business reception. We would do this 10-point presentation, right? Now, in the new school online days, I just get really good at adding people to the groups, tag them in the videos. And I can't make people join. I can't make people work, but I at least plug them in and let the tool do the talking. Let the video do the talking, creating a system to help people launch their business, creating a system so they know what to post. They know what to do every day, creating that DMO, daily method of operation, so they can build an MBA, a massive bank account. You get it? You picking up what I'm putting down? You ain't going to build a big business. You're not going to build anything significant by yourself. You must create leverage. Like, I'm still leading by example in the trenches still today, starting new teams. Why? Because number one, why would I be a secret agent? Why would I keep this a secret? I wanted everyone to know what I'm doing. I still want everyone to know what I'm doing. And again, for the people that are open, like, I'm not trying to go prospect someone that's married to another company, right? I'm not trying to break up a happy marriage. But if someone's open and they're looking for something, they're only going to know that I have something to offer if I'm having conversations with people about my products or opportunity every day. How often? Every day. And I think it's really powerful. I think it's really exciting to use a system because you're showing people the simplicity. Like, I literally just ATM'd someone this morning and I said, here's the beauty. All you have to do is what I'm doing with you right now. You add people to the groups, you tag them in the videos. And then tomorrow when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some other social marketers on the team. It's simple. It's duplicatable. And when someone gets started, they're like, wow, all I have to do is what you did with me. And I'm like, yes, exactly. This is how we created a full-time income. Is launching new teams, helping people create results, helping others rank advance. And listen, I will help everyone and anyone I can, but you need to also spend your time with the people that are showing up, that are doing the work, that are putting you in chats. Like, someone will say, well, how do you know who to spend time with? You have this, 20,000 person team. You've been with the same company 7 years. It's international. It's like, how do you know who to spend time with? Well, I'm going to spend time with the people that are putting me to work, quite honestly. They're putting me in chats. They're adding people to the groups. Like, they're doing the steps. They're following the system. You can't help people if they're not willing to help themselves. Some people won't participate in their own rescue. When you're a leader, let's say you're earning a full-time income, you're a fisherman. And everybody else that's part-time, they're the fishing poles. Like, if you have 100 people on your team, those are all fishing poles, but you're looking for fishermen, right? You're looking for people that are going to become their own fishermen. They're going to become independent of you. They're going to build their own team. They're going to build their own customer base. They're going to become a leader. Leadership development is how you create independence. Like, you can't help other people if you can't help yourself. But once you start building a customer base and you start earning some income, maybe you start getting a check with a comma, now you know how to help someone else. But you can't do it for them. You can show them the way, but you can't do it for them. And the reason our business is where it is today, because we have 20 different elite lines. All right, in our company, that's a big deal. An elite line, an elite leader is a big deal. I have 20 plus elite lines. I have 50 plus team leader and above lines. Like, I'm always leading by example, stepping it up, messing it up, having conversations, nurturing the relationships, leading, showing up every day. I'm in the trenches with my freaking team. You want to build a full-time business? You got to get committed. I'll tell you something. One of the biggest things that helped me? Now, this is kind of weird because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about in regard to today, social media, all the things. But I had to make a big, scary personal decision. 14 years ago, I decided to quit drinking alcohol. Me quitting drinking 14 years ago made me a better leader, a better husband, a better father. So what's that big, scary decision that you can make? I'm going to challenge you to make that scary decision and make it now. Make it yesterday. Make it ASAP. For me, it was quitting drinking. For you, it might be something else. I'm going to challenge you because you can go ATM your face off, work your face off, and do all these things. But if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't feel worthy, or you're having energy issues, health issues, you're making a fool of yourself like I used to half the time when I would get drunk. Like, if someone respects you and they trust you and they look at you as a mentor, and then they see you one day hammered, wasted, acting like a fool, you're wearing a lampshade on your head, all respect gone, right? All respect out the window. So anyway, I hope this brought you some value. I want you to make that big decision. Don't wait till New Year's resolution. No, leaders make tough choices every day. They make big decisions every day. Don't wait till New Year's. Make that decision now. Get committed. Get serious.